Hello, my name's Interghost, and today I'm reviewing a game called Chaos: The Battle of Wizards on the ZX Spectrum. It was originally released in 1985 by a company called Games Workshop for £6.95. Then it was later re-released by Firebird for £1.99 on their budget range. And then again, a bit further on, it was brought out on a cover tape, which is what most people got the game on, by your Sinclair. When Firebird re-released the game, they changed the snake loading screen to this loading screen. Very exciting. There was also a sequel called Lords of Chaos, which was released about a year later, and it's equally as good. And also, your Sinclair brought out a Chaos editor, so you could change all the sprites in the game and the name of the spells and make your own version of Chaos. Chaos was one of the first games on the Spectrum to allow you to play 8 players all at once. Most games were 1 or 2 players, so you could actually get all your friends around and all play at once. So I'm just putting in my name here, and now I'm going to be playing against the computer, who I'm going to be calling God. So just select a character for him as well. So basically it's a strategy game. It's a bit like a board game. You start off with a random selection of spells. Each spell has a different difficulty of casting, so you can select the spells and have a look at them, and it will tell you how strong the creature is, how defensive it is, and its magic resistance, and how easy it is to cast. Here's a list of all the different creatures in the game. I did learn on the internet that originally there was an extra creature called a troll, which is still in the programming for the game, but you can't actually select it when playing. So it looked like Julian Gollop did originally have an extra creature, but for some reason didn't include it in the game. Apart from the creatures, you also get other spells like magic bolts and lightning, which you can use to cast at the other character pieces on the board and try and kill them with that. Also, you can equip your wizard with armors or swords or bows or wings, so your wizard can actually fight in the battles as well. So it's not just down to the creatures. So if we select a spell, so if I just look on this game board first, here's me on the left and God on the right, so you can actually bring the board up first before casting the spell, just to see how far away people are. There's other spells in the game as well. There's the likes of magic fire, so if you was to cast that on the board, then each turn the fire spreads. Any creatures or other players who get in the way of this will be killed by the fire. So you can use that as well. Basically, the object of the game is to kill all the other wizards on the board. If you kill a wizard, then all its creations will die with it, so you have to protect your own wizard and try and kill the other players at the same time. There's other spells as well, which include raising the dead, so if one of your creatures die, you can bring it back to life, and also a spell called Turmoil, which would frequently crash the spectrums, as it takes all the pieces on the board and randomly puts them somewhere else on the board, which is quite hard for the Spectrum to do. And I can remember playing this game with friends and getting right into the middle of a battle and then casting the Turmoil spell, and it would just freeze the Spectrum, and you'd have to reset it by pulling the plug out the back and loading the game back up, which would take another 5-10 minutes before you can have another go. So also, as you can see under my name, it says Lore. Each spell has either an arrow or a star next to it. So if it's got an arrow next to it, that means it's a lore spell, and if it's got a star next to it, that means it's a chaos spell. By casting spells which are lore, gives you a higher lore under your name and makes it easier for you to cast lore spells, and the same with chaos spells. So the idea is, the more good spells you cast, the easier it is to cast good spells. also found this on the internet. It's a unofficial Chaos 2, Space Chaos Battle in the Future. I'm not sure when this game was released, but basically it's exactly the same as the Chaos game. But somebody's gone in and they've, I presume, used the Chaos editor to create a whole new Chaos game, which is it's quite fun to play. If you like the original, then I would say look that one up and give it a go. So you've got exactly the same things, but you've got robots and aliens instead of orcs and goblins. So as you can see at the moment, the other player has 2 creatures and I have 1. So I'm just sending mine across to intercept them and see if I can reach his wizard before he reaches me, which doesn't look very hopeful. Here's an advert out of computer magazines which was going around at the time. As you can see at the top right is the advert for Chaos, and then various other games by Games Workshop dotted around the page. So I'm just looking for another spell now. I'll try doing a magic castle, which is basically something which you can use to hide in. So as I'm going to be attacked next turn, I could hide in this castle, but it didn't work. So basically, if I can't kill this harpy which is coming to attack me next turn, then I will be dead, and that'll be the end of the game. So let me give it a go. No. So basically, if this harpy kills me, that's the end of the game, which he did, and God wins once again. If you like the look of the game, check it out. It is one of the best games on the Spectrum, even though this game didn't look too good, but that's because it didn't get many spells out. But hopefully you liked the review. If you did, check out my other Spectrum reviews. I'll be doing a few more in the future. Subscribe and leave comments. Thank you.